Welcome, friends, to another edition of More Bad News, brought to you as always by Camel Cigarettes. Take the Camel's Challenge, smoke Camels for 30 days, and see for yourself what a difference Camels can make in your life. Well, my friends, it's been another week of very bad news. Uh, and this is where I think perspective helps. I know that it was a blow to a lot of people. Um, but as I said, I came to the realization that our civilization was collapsing and our species was headed to extinction in the near future, that we didn't have really a future. In 2012, I've had a dozen years to sit with this, and it's really actually changed a lot in terms of how I live my life. Um, I can tell you one of the things is that I'm much more self-indulgent. I back in the day, I was trying to save the world or fight against racism or educate young people to the idea of what it means to think, to actually think, rather not to indoctrinate them, but to have them experience thinking. Um, and uh, when I retired from all of that, realizing that there is no free will and there is no changing the course of, we are where we're destined for. And looking at the elections, just looking, that realizing also that we are in an interwoven world, that things don't move just in one place or another place. Everything is moving in the same direction. And the European elections, you see, if you saw the disaster. It was a total disaster for the center. The right made enormous gains. Uh, Governments are collapsing everywhere. In Britain, the Conservative Party just, it's gone. They have no opposition. The political leaders, there's no political leadership, yet people just have totally abandoned the Conservatives. In France, you have Marine Le Pen is the future of France, fascist France. And it's already been a disaster. Don't talk about Britain, which is just, talk about an empire. It's one of the things that we see in history is that empires in decline often accelerate their own decline by doing self-destructive, suicidal things. Go figure. Um, we are on a trajectory towards extinction and collapse. So I said before, the election isn't going to decide anything. Under Biden, we became the world's leading emitter, producer and emitter of fossil fuels, the thing that's killing us. Maybe incompetent government would be even better. Who knows? I mean, it's not going to get better. It never was going to get better. So if you can somehow orient your space so you live with that knowledge. I work out 6 days a week. I just came back yesterday. We did a 30+ mile ride, 3 hours of heavy duty cardio. A little much because we thought it was going to start raining. So we usually, you slow down at the end. I'm 77. Here we are. It's going to storm on us. When we were and I just a wreck at the end. Because overdid it. I can overdo. But a couple of big rides every week. Uh, Strength workout 3 times a week. Full body. Uh, we walk and ride and strength every single day. One day I take off, and uh, most of that is to preserve my cognitive abilities. because some people remain sharp until the very end. I don't, that's not me. I saw my father in decline. I just finished reading Amos Oz, wonderful biography, Love and Death, Love and Darkness, Love and Darkness. It's a really incredible biography. And he talks about his father, who read 17 languages and was a great scholar, and then saw him in decline, becoming foggy. And that's what's happening with me. I mean, the moments of clarity that I have are diminishing. I can only focus, for example, when I study the Talmud, half an hour, and I gotta stop. I can't think anymore. Gotta stop. Close my eyes for a few minutes, and I can't just go back and do that. I don't have that kind of concentration, and the fog is increasing, and the clarity is diminishing. So I know where I'm headed. I've seen it, um, and look, actually, you see the files behind me. I used to worry about them. They were my thoughts of my lifetime. Somebody should go and read everything. Really. I mean, yeah, I was gonna do this for the basement because I wanted to show you that. I mean, this is a small amount. I have a dozen more file cabinets in the basement filled with files of, I mean, everything I ever wrote. And look, we're talking about Barry Mehler, not not Karl Marx, Sigmund Freud. This is me, but I collected everything my lifetime. I've just been a obsessive collector. And when you're an obsessive collector, you hold on to them. They belong to you. And I'm really glad that I have them here. They're a great comfort to me. But I don't worry about what's going to happen to them. I used to worry. So what I'm saying is, yeah, it was a bad day. And yeah, he is not our savior. Neither one of them. I mean, Biden is not going to be able to stem the tide. This is a tsunami that's coming at us. So don't blame anybody and stay safe. You have another week, I'm sure. Squeeze whatever you can out of life. And I'll leave you with that thought for this week. And see you next week with another edition of More Bad News.